Hello, my name is Dr. Darren Hollander, and I'm here in my office at Orlando Family Chiropractic. And I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit today about disc herniations and disc injuries. This is a common injury I see in my office, and it's a common injury that happens, usually associated with back pain and radiating pain that radiates from the neck into the arms and extremities, and pain that radiates from the low back into the legs. Chiropractic can help a lot with disc herniations and disc bulges, disc injuries, and there's a basic mechanism by which this happens, by which this occurs, and it relates to the physiology of the actual disc. And I feel like if you understand this better, you'll be able to understand how chiropractic can help you in your injuries. Alright, so to help illustrate this process of discs and chiropractic, I'm just going to make a drawing, and what I'm really trying to get across is this process called imbibition, or the nutrient exchange that's going to happen at the disc. So let's draw a vertebra, a disc, and another vertebra. At the center of the disc we have the nucleus, and then behind the vertebra we have a spinous process and another spinous process. Now inside the disc, just like in any other tissue, we have lots of cells, and these cells need nutrients to heal and to be healthy. But unlike other tissues, the only way that these cells are going to get nutrients is by this process of imbibition. It's not going to get nutrients by blood vessels or vasculature like other tissues usually do. So when the process of imbibition occurs is when the vertebra itself flexes and extends, when the spine flexes and when the spine extends. And when this happens, you pump in nutrients like oxygen and glucose, and you pump out waste products like carbon dioxide and lactic acid. Now, if the vertebra or the spine gets stuck, or in chiropractic we call it subluxated, this nutrient exchange gets compromised. And this commonly occurs in sprain-strain injuries or car accidents, that this motion from the spine gets compromised, and then this nutrient exchange can't occur, and so the disc can't heal. So chiropractic, we restore motion to this vertebra, to your spine, and then we reestablish and promote this nutrient exchange so you can heal and be healthy. One last point: what happens in the disc herniation is the nucleus moves to the posterior portion of the spine and actually compromises the integrity of the disc here. And you have nerves that transverse through the vertebral segment, and then they go to your arms and legs, or your various other organs. And so having this this herniation actually compress the spinal cord is what actually leads to your pain, or your dysfunction, or whatever is associated with it. Likewise, this posterior motion occurs in flexion. The opposite motion occurs in extension. So a lot of times in my office we'll do things to promote extension to relieve the pressure off the spinal cord and to heal. And again, medication and bed rest is not going to reestablish this nutrient exchange. It's not going to promote healing of the disc. Only motion at the disc is really going to help this. So basically, what happens in the way of a disc injury, the way a disc actually lives is different than the way most tissues live. Most tissues in your body have very good blood supply, and they get this they get this blood supply. They get their nutrients by blood. They get oxygen and glucose, and they get rid of waste products like carbon dioxide and lactic acid and things like that. So the discs are a little bit different, because your discs in the adult especially doesn't have a very good blood supply, but it does have a very rich network of cells that need to live. The way that the disc gets nutrients is by a pumping action in the spine. And so what happens is when the spine moves, you pump in nutrients like oxygen and glucose, and you pump out waste products like carbon dioxide and lactic acid. So what happens with the spine is that if the spine itself gets stuck, or in chiropractic we call that subluxated, then the disc itself can't live, or it can't be healthy, and it begins to degenerate and becomes susceptible to injury, like in the case of disc herniation. When the disc actually herniates, when the disc actually ruptures, then the only way to heal that disc is to promote that nutrient exchange again. So the cells can make more cells and the disc can heal. So chiropractic restores motion to the spine, reestablishes that nutrient exchange, and allows the disc to make more cells and to heal, which is why chiropractic does really well with disc herniations, disc bulges, and other types of disc injuries. It's also why the standard of care for disc injuries, which is typically medication and bed rest, isn't very effective, because you're not doing anything that will promote that nutrient exchange to heal those discs. So, I encourage anyone that's worried about a disc injury in their spine to come visit me at my office. I'd encourage anyone that's been in a recent car accident to come visit me in my office. Anyone, that's been previously diagnosed with a disc injury, a disc bulge, or a disc herniation, to come visit me. You can visit me on the web at www.orlandofamilychiropractic.com, and you can call or text my office at 407-479-8359 to make an appointment. Thank you.